I'm going to make this very simple for you, Dan. Men should not play sports against women. I'm not going to get into all the bullshit that's going on out here in the world today. If anybody think that, I think they're stupid. I'm not, like I say, I support the gay community 100%. I support the transgender community 100%. But I do not, under any circumstances, under zero, think that men should play sports against women. And if anybody have a problem with that, they're going to have to get over it, because I'm not going to change. I just think it's wrong, period.
Charles Barkley didn't hesitate, soften his language, or leave any room for interpretation. He made his position unmistakably clear. Supporting the transgender community does not mean abandoning what he believes is fairness in women's sports. And what made this moment so powerful was how directly he said it. Barkley wasn't reading from a prepared statement or carefully choosing words to avoid criticism. He spoke with the same blunt honesty that has defined his entire career, knowing full well that his comments would immediately spark controversy, whether people agree with him or not. Barkley is refusing to stay silent on an issue many sports personalities are reluctant to discuss publicly. He believes biological differences matter in competitive athletics, and that protecting women's sporting categories should not automatically be treated as hatred toward anyone. Now his remarks are spreading across social media, dividing fans, and pushing him directly into one of the most heated debates surrounding the WNBA.
Which are what? The science behind this, that men and women are different. And you can call yourself a woman, you can call yourself a cat, call yourself whatever you want, but the facts are what? Trans women are men, and the W in WNBA stands for women.
That statement leaves no room for confusion. The argument being made is that biological differences still matter in competitive sports, regardless of how someone identifies, and that the WNBA must protect the category it was created to represent.
Before the game, you had a conversation with Sophie Cunningham.
I did.
If you want to share what you talked
Absolutely
about, feel
not.
free. But
Absolutely not.
more of my question is just how important is it to have those like in-person conversations with people that
I think it's
have
great.
different
Yeah.
views?
I think it's great. I think both of us understand that we have platforms, and we both talked about wanting to, more than anything, educate. And there are some things that
Charles Barkley just said what many voices in sports media have been afraid to say publicly, and he didn't hold back. Speaking on Inside the NBA, Barkley openly supported Sophie Cunningham's position that women's sports should remain exclusively for biological women. In classic Barkley fashion, he delivered his message with zero hesitation, treating the issue as common sense while others continue turning it into a complicated and highly controversial debate.
But I'm never going to think it's all right for men to play sports against women. And I don't even think that's controversial. That's the thing that's funny. Like some of this stuff make, like when you see these debates on television, like, yeah, men shouldn't play sports against women. I'm done. I don't want to hear you try to explain it to me. No, I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to argue with you. Men shouldn't play sports against women. I'm done. There's a lot of we can argue over. That ain't one of them.
But to understand Barkley's reaction, we need to go back to where the controversy began. During an interview, Sophie Cunningham was asked about transgender participation in women's sports. She responded that she wanted to protect opportunities for women and young girls and believed competition should remain divided by biological sex. She didn't insult anyone or single out a particular athlete. She simply gave her opinion in response to a direct question. Yet that brief answer triggered weeks of national debate, and it was that same position Barkley later stepped forward to defend.
You don't see trans men going and saying, I want to play football. I want to play basketball. I want to be. Why there's no trans men going into men's spaces? Why is it trans women that's going into women's spaces? Show me the last time a trans man was on a podium in any sport. Show me the last time a trans man won in cycling, cross country, football, they played on the team, volleyball team, track and field, 4x100 meter relay on track and field, steeplechase, name it. Show me a trans man that have been competitive. Show me one. Show me one.
But what Sophie has faced since that interview has moved far beyond ordinary disagreement. At road games, crowds have booed almost every time she touches the ball, while banners targeting her have appeared inside arenas. Meanwhile, the WNBA has seemed hesitant to draw a clear line and tell fans when the reaction has gone too far. What began as frustration over one player's opinion soon started to feel like an attempt to publicly punish Sophie for expressing a position that many others may quietly share.